First, I'll start with injuries. AR got an eye. He got an orbital eye fracture in pregame warm-up doing band works. And then Mooney Ward suffered a concussion in pregame warm-up. Overall, the game, though, I thought our guys were resilient for 4 quarters. Obviously found a way there at the end, getting the 4-down stop there in the red zone, but a lot of back and forth. Credit to Arizona. That's a hell of a football team over there. Offense, defense, special teams. It was great back and forth, but I just like the way our guys came out and found a way to finish it there at the end.
2 pregame injuries. What are you thinking as you're starting that? What are you thinking after that?
It was very interesting, to say the least. We had to kind of rally the troops there in the locker room and get us back into focus. And I thought our guys did that the right way, and just obviously hope AR's good and Mooney's good. It was just trying to get the guys back on focus.
You said he had an orbital fracture. Did he have to go to the hospital?
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of timeline that normally is?
I don't know.
Shane, what can you say about some of the throws that Daniel was making down the stretch of that game and that drive to take a lead?
It was huge. We had a couple of them. We had one with a little double move to downs, and they went to a cloud, and he was talking about all week, hey, if they go to this coverage, I might snap around and rip this in cut there. And sure enough, he saw it pre-snap. He flipped, and he hit Alec right there on the end, which was a huge play to set up that touchdown drive. So he made, like I said, he made some big-time throws. I thought the guys all did a hell of a job, especially the O-line protecting, and Warren obviously had a big game. Downs had a big game. It was good. And then JT ran hard like he always does. And to finish it in a 4-minute situation with the ball in our hands and taking a victory knee there was awesome.
Will Riley Leonard be your backup for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, right now he is. Right now, yeah.
At the end of the first half, there was a little time left, a couple timeouts. What was your thought process on punting?
Well, they had all the time, and they were going to make it the last shot themselves. So we thought, hey, when we get to a goal-to-go situation, we're going to have to start using them here so we can get, so we have some time left, if we have to go down and, if they would have scored.
Shane, with the, I don't know how you balance when you've got so many DBs out. So you're giving up a lot of plays to Jacoby, but then you got untested guys, I guess, making plays. Do you walk away saying they made a play when they had to?
Yeah, heck yeah. I thought those guys did make a play when they had to, and obviously you got some young guys out there that are learning on the job, and I thought they competed their tail off. There wasn't any lack of compete in any of those guys. They were relentless, and like I said, when we needed it there at the end, we came up big.
That 3rd and 8 down by the goal line to Josh, what allowed that play to be successful?
Just it was him one-on-one with the backer inside there, and we just had a little shake route on him and trying to cross face right there, and he did a hell of a job, creating the space right there. Great throw by Daniel to get that first down in that situation.
Shane, you've had some games lately where your offense has been playing with leads, but to have to go get it in the 4th quarter like that, what does it demonstrate? And I know that you kind of need some of that.
Yeah, no doubt. That's this league. You know what I mean? A lot of this league is what happened today. It's the back and forth, and I thought our guys, handled it well on the sidelines, and then we knew it was going to be a back and forth game as we started getting going. And it was great, to see the offense there at the end go down and get that touchdown and go up 31-27 there to take the lead. So credit to the guys. I thought Jimbo did a hell of a job all week with the preparation. There were some things in the red zone. That first touchdown to Tyler Warren, he was looking at the tape, and he was like, dude, this thing's going to hit. And I was looking at him like, heck yeah, it is. And so hell of a scheme by him putting that play in. It was a little shallow route. It was awesome.
Shane, how resilient was Daniel's performance just in the middle there? I know that's a tough defense to read, and it felt like they made him maybe hitch a little bit for a couple drives, and then the last 2 drives.
Yeah, I think obviously he was in rhythm there. That first drive, it was awesome, and then we had the 2 3-and-outs there. And then even on that boot where they intercepted it, I thought it was a hell of a play by number 2. We were all on the headset saying, over, and he jumped up and said, oh, holy crap, that was a hell of a play by that guy. But then obviously, he got into rhythm. I thought he played in rhythm all game. What was he, 22 of 30 again? Great stats. And obviously, when we needed there at the end on that last touchdown drive, he went down and led our team down there.
You kind of know.
Sticking with Daniel, are there any emotional swings with him ever? Because he just seems like he's like this all the time.
Yeah, he's pretty calm. I think he's got laser focus. He's locked in. I think it's his preparation. A lot of you guys have heard me say that, but his preparation that he puts in during the week, like when you're prepared like the way he does, right, you don't blink. Like, you go out and you have confidence in your ability because you know you put in the work like he does. And when you put in the work like that and you go execute like he's been doing and the guys are making plays around him and the O-line's blocking, it's fun as a coach to watch.
You know about Jonathan. You know about Jonathan and just the way that he transforms his coverages and everything. For Daniel to go what he did today, 22 of 30, put up 31 points. What does that say about him? Just being able to diagnose that kind of a defense.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of preparation, like there is every week, but there was a lot of conversations in that QB room. I mean, shoot, Saturday night quarterback meeting, we're in there, and he's like, hey, let's pull up Carolina clip 42 and pull up Carolina clip 38. Let's look at these looks and just make sure, hey, are we good on this? Am I boom, boom, boom? Do you want me to check out of it? I mean, he's all over it. That's the preparation, and that's what you want at that position.
6 catches for 42 yards doesn't seem like the biggest day in the world, but that's Josh's stat line doesn't really reflect the kind of game that he had. Being able to make these big plays in these big moments, what does it say about the kind of player that he is?
Yeah, I think he's got a great feel for the game. Obviously, the touchdown there, we had him on a little crossing route there in the back of the end zone, and Daniel did a great job delivering the football there. And then obviously some of those third downs that he created, that one we just talked about, was huge. But great hands, great feel for the game, and then his his yards after catch are great, just making guys miss and in space. Great player.
Tyler Warren, the touchdown run from Daniel, was that a design run, or was it just like, hey, you're out here, let's just get it?
It was a roll pass deal. So we had JT in the flat if we had him, and if they match it up, you keep it and run it in. And so it was a great job by him scoring there.